What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? This is King Steve Ayers here for another exciting episode. I am playing some Dom on Black Ops 3, and I'm getting into what I'm talking about today, which definitely revolves around um, Modern Warfare, the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and will it be good? Now you're probably asking yourself, what will it be good? Of course it's going to be good. That's what probably most of you are thinking. Now just follow me with what I'm saying, kind of try to just follow along with me, and maybe you might, maybe you might change your mind a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. I'm kind of just spitballing here. These are definitely spitball things. I'm sorry if you hate me for making this video, but whatevs. Here we go, guys. So basically what I'm talking about here is I'm talking about the games that we have now and compared to the games that we had back then. A lot of people are wanting, there's a big push right now for a lot of, go back to the old days of Call of Duty, things like that. The hardcore fans of Call of Duty are still with the franchise. The hardcore fans are still playing the game. A lot of people have left because they're sick and tired of the futuristic stuff, and that's understandable. It's not the same that it used to be, and that's definitely correct. But I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go back to Advanced Warfare, and we're gonna move on, and I'm actually pinpoint some things that are good about the advanced movement system. Now, or at least one thing specifically. I'm targeting one thing specifically, and that would be the speed. All right. Now, Advanced Warfare, say what you want about it. I was not a fan of it very much either. The biggest problem was there was no control. Absolutely no control over what you were doing. All you did was sit there and you jumped 1,000 feet in the air, and it was just like jump, 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 jump. Don't care about where you're going. Just try to aim while you're in the air, and hopefully you'll kill somebody. That was the mentality of that game. And man, was it frustrating. A lot of people talk about this, but it's true. It was a very frustrating game to play. There was no controllability. It was just shoot like wildfire. That is basically what it was about. Um, Fans of the game really enjoyed it because it was fast paced. That's definitely the one thing that everyone talks about. Is it just had such a fast paced system. It just went really fast. And that's what advanced movement does right. The speed is increased. You have to think faster. You have to know what you're doing faster. You have to be more aware. You have to throw it here. You have to stun people, because if you don't, you're going to be in big trouble. That stun grenades have really, 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 in my opinion, they've really come to a forefront, because they used to be super useful, but in advanced movement system games like this, they can be crucial, because if you don't get that flash off sometimes, they go crazy, and especially if you've got more than one opponent, you gotta flash them, or you gotta do something in order to like keep their attention so that you can you can like shoot all of the dudes at once or whatever. Um, so, anyways, we got the advanced movement system, and Black Ops 3 did it definitely right. They have a set height to how far you can jump up in the air. The wall running feels good, and it feels smooth. I think that's the biggest thing. The movement system in Advanced Warfare was not smooth. It was jumpy. It went here and there and everywhere, and it just didn't feel right. Black Ops 3 movement system is smooth, and the biggest attribute to Black Ops 3, in my opinion, is that you don't have to wall run. You don't have to do any of this stuff. You can literally sit there and play the entire game without leaving the ground if you want to. Yeah, sure, there are some times that you're going to wall run on a wall to get to another area or whatever, but for the most part, you don't have to. I mean, you can get to any part of the map without wall running, and that's the key in my opinion, and that's why it's done so well, is that for most of the time, you're not really jumping or doing anything. You're sitting there and you're stinking shooting people while you're on the ground. And honestly, when you jump in the ground in Black Ops 3, it actually slows you down. Didn't know if some of you knew that or not, but when you actually jump up in the air, it actually slows the movement down. So it actually gives you a disadvantage in some instances. Some instances is good, some instances is bad. I don't know, maybe I'll cover that in another video or something, but anyways, we're getting back to the topic of MW Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And this is the question I'm raising. Will it be as good now that we've got these newer games, especially the newer people that or the old people, or the people that are now, the people that are now with this generation of Call of Duty? Will they enjoy this? Because it's going to be slower paced. And I'm just going to be downright honest. I've never played Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. I've never played it, so I don't know what to expect really. I'm excited just as much as everyone else is. So I don't really know what to expect. I'm kind of like, I want to see it do so well, and I want to see it do good, and it's going to be slower, and I know this. And I guarantee there are going to be those people that are going to be like, I remember it being way better than it was, and that's nostalgia kicking in. And so I'm wondering how much of this hype is nostalgia. And if it's just nostalgia, people are going to be disappointed at the end of the day. That's just the truth. In fact, there's going to be guys that get on this game and are like, "Oh my goodness, I remember it being so much better than it was," and they're gonna blame, whatever they did to the game or whatever. And as far as we know, they're not changing the gameplay mechanics. They're not changing anything about the game. They're just making it better. Okay, they're just making the graphics better, and that's all we know about the game so far. And so it comes back to like, is this game really going to be good? No, I know that it's going. I know it's a solid game, and for me, it's my first experience. So I think it's going to be amazing. I'm not trying to downplay this game. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to say it's garbage. I know some people are going to interpret it that way, but that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that, is it going to be as good as we want it to be? In other words, I know people have high expectations, and expectations lead to downfalls in the end. And nostalgia is probably the biggest. It's like the biggest contributor to this. What we thought we used to have with it is like, that's the biggest thing, man. It just is. And so I just wonder if this game will really live up to the hype, if people will really enjoy this game. And I hope it brings old COD fans back, but I mean, maybe they'll, old COD fans that left after like MW3 or even after Black Ops 2, they'll probably get on this and they'll be like, this is amazing. Why didn't we do this sooner? But the newer generation of COD fans might not like this as much, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. Something else that I want to point out, and something else that this topic video also I wanted to kind of talk about is, this is what I personally think. I think I think that Activision is testing the water here. I think that Activision is wanting to see what do people want, because there have been polls that have come out talking about advanced movement systems and other stuff. But I wonder if they truly want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder that if this is a test from Activision, Activision's being like, do they really want it? Well, let's test it out. Let's give them a game with boots on the ground, and let's give them a game with advanced movement system. And then at the end of this year, let's see who has the most players on which one. And then from there, they can figure out which game, which type of system they want to go from here on out, because the new 3-year cycle is on its way. Okay, it's already started. Sledgehammer Games has been on their game for a while now, and while I'm pretty sure it's going to be Advanced Warfare 2, pretty sure about that one, we don't know. You know what? We just don't know. And while this is being said, I honestly think that this is a test. I think Activision is sitting there in their chairs, and they're gonna sit back and they're gonna watch and see what people prefer, because I think Activision knows this too. I think Activision knows about the speed and the type of gameplay that this can give you, that advanced movement system offers, and I think people think they know what they want, but maybe they don't. And that I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I'm not gonna confuse you anymore. I'm just trying to be philosophical and think about these things through. What did you guys think about it? Do you guys think that you'll enjoy it as much as you used to? Do you think you won't? Like, what do you guys think at the end of the day? Do you think it's going to be a great game? Do you think it's going to be a bad game? I think it's going to be a great game. I just worry about the hype that is behind this game. That's all. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you like here, hit that like button, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.